to create in a young will. In a young will. Sounds pretty good. Oh. I learned to love the hard way. Hello, everybody. Let's get ready to rock, man. How's everything going? We'll start very, very close. Where were you born? I was born in Lithuania. I thought you would recognize that from my eyes. But, anyway. So we're going to start very, very shortly. Just let me set up and promote as much as I can. Then let's get going. I mean, it's been a very long time since I've done a stream. Any kind of stream, for that matter. Music or Christian or anything like that. So, where's my channel? Okay, I'm live. Let's check out. Hello there. Hey, everybody. So, in case you don't know, we will be listening through, the entirety of my most recent album, Stigma, from 2020. Jesus Christ, my numbers are not okay today. I've been waiting for this concert for so long. It's not really a concert, though. I won't be singing through it. I'll be listening through it because I'm not ready to sing this album. This is too crazy for me. Too crazy for me to sing, actually. So yes, Stigma. Right here. Let's just have something going on in the background so that it's not too sad. Just a little bit of ambiance and a spoiler alert, I guess you might say. So the album artwork, of course, very, very reminiscent of what's it called? Saint Anger. Unintentionally, I might say, very unintentionally. It's very reminiscent of that, and you couldn't see that. I just saw my own replay, and it sucks. Anyway, the album artwork is this thing. Let me show it a bit better here. This thing right here. So it kind of looks like a down-up view of someone on the cross, and that's very intentional because that's kind of the origin point behind this album cover and album name, actually. So if you're thinking about the cross and something happening with your wrist, you would maybe think about stigmata rather than stigma. So originally I thought of calling this stigmata, but then I decided to make it a bit less morose and change to stigma, and someone bound to a cross rather than have nails struck through the wrist instead of it. This is to signify hope that even though you feel tied down, you can still resist. This is a symbol of resistance. Take whatever symbolic meaning from that what you will, but that's the origin point behind that album cover. And next, of course, the concept of this album, more metal, I guess, more metal than my previous works. Pretty much the most heavy thing I've done so far, even though it's not that heavy, I guess, in comparison to other, you might say, heavy bands of this day. Hello Goose, hello Olivia, thanks, man. So yeah, the original concept behind this was when I first arrived in Japan, in a small town in Hokkaido. I was going to be a teacher there. I didn't have any instruments with me except for a guitar, an acoustic guitar that my predecessor left for me. We were in the same house as my predecessor. It's still here. This lovely little Morales Falcon is what this is. and not in tune, not in tune at all. But yeah, I had this on me, and I was really really happy about this because I was very lonely at the time, and a very difficult time for me. So I was happy to noodle around with this. Let's tune it real quick and show you a little bit. This album, I would say maybe closer to hard rock. Safely, I would call it hard rock. Whoa. And we're tuned up. So this first started with me noodling around with my acoustic guitar, and I had this wild idea of making a metal album, if you will, just with acoustic guitar, because that's all I had at the time. So I started with a simple E minor chord, and then I went up like this, and down, and up. This is how it started, and this is the origin point. And the idea was that I was gonna put so much distortion over it, you wouldn't be able to recognize that it was actually an acoustic guitar. That was my idea behind it. So I was gonna play it just like with an acoustic guitar, and then change it into like a heavy distorted sound. And then of course, when the bass comes around, what can I do? I only have an acoustic guitar, so I'll just decide to do this, and then transpose it an octave artificially in post, you know? But then I didn't have to do that in the end, because I started working on this album very, very late, a long time after I've received all my other instruments. I have 6 guitars now, so it's not a problem anymore to do it properly. I started working on this in Tokyo, I think. I started in Tokyo. Yeah, because I finished and Vienna in Tokyo. I started in Dublin actually, and Vienna, and then I recorded most of the acoustic guitar parts in Dublin actually, because I knew that I'd be going to Japan, and I thought that I wouldn't have any instruments with me. So the most important thing to get down was the acoustic guitar. Then I could BS my way through this little MIDI keyboard that I thought that my parents could send me, and do the rest of the parts with that. And I finished the vocals in Tokyo here. Then right after that, I started working on Stigma. Then I studied music in university. I studied music in secondary school for 6 years. Really enjoyed that, but I did not study in university. I studied Japanese and Spanish in university. Hey. And speaking of that, I don't knock people who do study music theory or whatever in university or in college, because maybe you can do something with that. I personally felt I could not do anything with that, because what are they going to teach you in music school, in music courses in university? What, like proper music theory, the way music should sound? I really have no idea, man, because like, I'm not bragging, but I think I'm pretty comfortable with what I know and what I can think I can do with music. And the way you become successful is with connections, with promotions. Like, it has nothing to do with education, really. Speaking of which, I did Japanese and Spanish. According to my university degree, I'm good enough to teach Japanese and Spanish to non-speakers of Japanese and Spanish, and here I am in Japan teaching English. They can teach you to look down on other musicians. I like it. Anyway, let's get on with the show. I think enough people are here. So this is the beginning of the album. This is the first track, "Love the Hard Way," which was actually the first thing that I came up with. chronologically speaking, which was that acoustic guitar riff that I showed you before. So let's ramp it up and let's get going. This is track 1 of Stigma 2020. This is Love the Hard Way. That was not Love the Hard Way. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, let's try it again. Love the Hard Way. Let's go. Which one? Okay. happened to that one? Let me pull up. Okay, blue spike. Fuck. Yeah, actually, this screen is not quite centered, right? Like the edge of the right side is a bit cut off. So let me see if I can fix that. But yeah, that was the first track. Definitely something good to come out of 2020. Thank you very much. Actually, it actually looks pretty good. I don't even need to do full screen. I can just cut off the top a bit. Hello there, display capture. Let's just cut off the top a little bit, and there you go. And then we're rocking and rolling now. Applause, sir. Thank you. So yeah, some people have compared me in the recent track to Bon Jovi, Bryan Adams, 90s Metallica. All good. I don't take offense to that, man. Thank you so much. How do you do it, man? I don't know, man. Just keep it real, man. Virtual mosh pit. Legit adding to that one of my workout playlists. Banger. Thank you. You might want to skip the ethereal first 2 minutes, though. So the secret behind this album is that this and the previous album is that if you listen very closely to the beginning of the first track of the previous album, And Vienna, you might call it Sailing. There's a slight little sound at the very, very beginning, which doesn't really have anything to do with the rest of the song. It's like a basically, if you listen back to that, and you might call it Sailing. And at the beginning of this track, the first track of this album, you hear like the ending fade out of a song that has not been released yet. What's happening, man? Why? That's the secret, man. That's the secret. And it'll all be solved with my next album. So, yes, and if you are interested, please check out the album playlists on YouTube, which is the full thing is available on YouTube, free to watch, free to listen, and also Spotify. And if you want to support me, check out my Bandcamp and Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, wherever. It's available everywhere, man. So please check it out if you're so inclined. So next track is very much a tongue-in-cheek song, you might say. Very tongue-in-cheek. I had this idea of making a very, very heavy-sounding, aggressive song, but the lyrics are lovey-dovey. And I couldn't do it properly without my good old buddy, what the fuck is his name? Johnny Samaria, that's it. And he's not here today. Shame about that. Maybe he's busy. That's okay. Anyway, Johnny Samaria and I have been talking on YouTube, in the YouTube comments, in the streams, in my Discord for a long while now. And he's actually a really, really good guitar player, and he provided the guitar solo for the next track. The first real collaboration, I'd say, between me and someone else. What's a creative process like? I think of something, then I create it, and then it's finished. I mean, really, it changes every time. I first get an idea in my head, either for my either get a melody idea or like a riff idea or a chord idea, and it starts from that. I start recording bit by bit, and then it's finished eventually. Creative ideas usually just come to me randomly, and it's my choice whether to forget about them, move on to something else, or to actually bother to record them, make a little note on my phone or something so I don't forget it later, because I do forget my ideas. I get lots of ideas, but I forget a lot of them if I don't write them down or record them. So anyway, this is a very touching love song. This is I Love You very much. Have you been swooned yet? Damn. Not gonna lie, that was a very difficult song to sing. When I started singing it, yeah. Whew. I was actually looking for tips on how to scream properly in my in my Discord chat, because like I got some talented people in there. Really happy with that. Gave me some advice, which I didn't take, and I did my own thing anyway. Racer X Files from that. You can get any kind of vibes you want, man. Cause like I did not listen to anything. I did not listen to anything in preparation for this. I don't have any metal influences. I just made what I think is metal, and basically, what I did listen to is a couple of Judas Priest songs, like a couple of Disturbed songs. No, yeah, Disturbed. I like Disturbed, and Accept as well. Accept is cool, man. Do you know Accept? It's like the German AC/DC. Almost sounds like. You get your balls to the wall, man. Balls to the wall. Anyway, let's get on with the next track, Blood and Water, and this is a special song because this is the oldest song on the album, you might say, because I originally came up with it. When was it? 2011, 2010. My oldest video on this music channel actually is a music video for Blood and Water by my hypothetical fictional band called Phlegm. So basically nothing changed with the song except I pitched it up a step up because I can sing higher now than when I was a teen. And to make it more interesting as well. So yeah, nothing much changed. And if you if you check out the music video for this song, for this version of this song, I just used. Hey, Markman, you missed your goddamn solo. I was praising your ass off. Fuck, what were you doing? Playing with your Telecaster. Anyway, yes, you just missed it, man. God damn it. Okay. Trying to practice my singing more. Thank you. I should sing more too. Just my luck. This is the title of our next collaboration album then. Just my luck. Anyway, so the music video for this version of Blood and Water. Calm down, Mark, man. This music video of this version of Blood and Water is just the same music video as the one like 8 years ago, and just I changed the music behind it so to be the contemporary version of Blood and Water, but it still matches up pretty well. I tracked the solo with the Kieselvader. I don't know what that means, man. Anyway, let's move on with the next track. Very I guess 80s slow hard rock. I don't know what you call it. This is Blood and Water. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you teach me how to walk in the city? I think I tried it once or twice, but it wasn't pretty. Wanna make sure that I look good for the spotlight. Don't wanna show my face when I'm out rebelling all night. Too much I don't need to know. Too late I gotta go. Brother and I go back a long time. Sister, what's up? Your lights don't shine. Mama and Pop and records don't stop. Call it the chaos, my head is all gone. Kick these screws. What's from the family won't leave me alone. I got too much to say, I'm not something that you own. Sleep tight, I'll be out soon. Hope your night's not dying. I'm gonna set the pan on fire. Water won't help this time, 'cause blood's thicker than water. Brother and I go back a long time. Sister, what's up? Your lights don't shine. Mama and Pop and records don't stop. Caught in the chaos, my head is all gone. Brother and I go back a long time. Sister, what's up? Your lights don't shine. Mama and Pop and
the patrons come in. Anyway, yeah. So that was Blood and Water. Pretty fun thing. Good thing I dodged a particularly wax. You dodged a particularly wax solo. You dodged it? Huh? Wait, what? What just happened? What? What's happening? Oh. Oh, I see. This is Johnny, not the other guy. Okay, I see. Okay. This is the favorite song of the album so far. Wow. You came in late? Oh, sure. Probably my favorite track of the album. Anyone else? Possible. But anyway, there's lots of people who like the next track number 4, which is Dance with Dave, which is a song that I also kind of tongue-in-cheek, I guess. It's very spoopy. It's a very spoopy song. Perfect for Halloween. Shame it's over now. So this is a more lengthy track, a bit more progressive in parts, lots of changes in sound and tempo. And this was originally something I came up with when I was waiting for my goof to come back from work, and I was waiting outside, and I came up with this thing in my head. And the story behind this one is basically, yes, very spoopy. Yes, Goose. The story behind this one is a narrative train of thought from a person who is very awkwardly waiting around for their significant other to come back from whatever party they're at, and they're waiting next to this guy named Dave. And this Dave is very quiet, awkward guy. He's kind of he's a very strange guy from Finland, and they're trying to make small talk, but it's very awkward, and it's not going well. And it's like the most awkward dance you could think of. So this is the dance of this song, Dance with Dave, as their significant others are dancing around in a fun party. Here's me and Dave dancing around with our awkward conversation and small talk. This just like accentuates the fear that some people might have of awkward conversations with people they don't know. So this is Dance with Dave. Hope you enjoy. Hope you get spooked.
That we've got nothing in common except for that song playing so loud yet so soft to the touch. We can't help but stare over there to the ones letting the moments rush. Small talks to launch of a task. Must I ask what to do with Dave when I've absolutely nothing to add? I can tell that he too is an unwilling party to this all too peculiar party. A face to fill the scene, an unwilling heart evergreen. My fingers complete another rhythm melody, hands and pockets want to wander away from me. How long can this song go on? The silence must not carry on. Questions too simple, too vague, too rudimentary. You see, we are adults, yet can't converse with positive results. How long must I sit in place, placid-faced, next to this man named Dave? Oh, Dave! treason pleasantly exchanged, future parties carefully arranged. Better make sure that we four don't ever cross paths. Feeling relieved 'cause I truly believed that our silence would resume eternally with no break from reality. As hours speak of second times, I'm stuck once again in a heavy silence with Dave. Oh no!
So that was nice. That was Dance with Dave. So yeah, someone has mentioned that it was very melodic. Well, Saxon, yes, that's right. It's quite melodic, yes. That's the whole point of it. I want to have more classical structure, more classical sound, even though it's very, very heavy. And also that's why it has a very waltz-like rhythm pattern. It's in 3/4 and in Restless Dave and Wild Tracy. No, this is the having to. Never thought about that. You put yourself with a musical composition. That was complex. Yeah, it was. Thank you. Thank you. I tried my best. Yeah, it's like a waltz-like feel as well because it's a dance. That's why it's a waltz. Appropriately anxious. Davis Heermang. Thank you. All right. Let's move on to something totally different. Next song is The Hungry Magnet, which is one of my most experimental sounding songs, I guess. The Hungry Magnet was inspired by my experiences inside an MRI machine. And I had it because I had a throbbing headache that would not go away, honestly, for maybe 12 hours or more, which was really disconcerting. So I went to a hospital. They put me into an MRI machine just to check for something. And I heard, I don't know who's been in an MRI machine to get their head scanned here, but some people do find it kind of oddly relaxing. Some people find it terrifying. So this is more geared towards the people who find it terrifying, because it's the MRI is basically a hungry magnet. It's a magnet that wants to eat your head, eat your brain. That's what it's doing, and it's very, very loud. I had earbuds in me, but it was still very, very loud. And it makes a very wide variety of sounds, throbbing sounds, pulsating sounds, different rhythms, different patterns, different tempos. You mean, it's pretty loud and claustrophobic. That's right. And I tried to make this song to sound loud and claustrophobic as well. It's very noisy, yes. So this is basically like the rock band reinterpretation of what an MRI machine sounds like, and this is about all those people who might be afraid of it, who are afraid of what it might find in your head as it continues to eat your brain. The sound makes you feel like you're being digested. That's why it's a hungry magnet. That's right. So anyway, track number 5, The Hungry Magnet.
Please don't turn on the machine. Please don't turn on the machine. Please don't turn on the machine. Please don't. What's that sound in my head? It's a crackle. It's not supposed to be there. They told me that it's safe. If it's safe, then why can't I move? They got me tied down to a bed of nails. There is again the crackle. I can't move too much. I'm stuck here as the cogs keep spinning. It's all so quiet, and it's all so scary.
That was a bit intense, but it's over now. Okay. So, that's kind of unnerving, even for me, just listening to that. So let's switch things up again, and with the sixth track, we go back to something a bit more normal. It's a track that I'm quite fond of. The next track is called Carnal State, and it's a social commentary, if you will, about today's society that we live in, because we live in a society, and and this is also very much inspired by more classical traditions, more classical melodic movements and structures, which is, I think, a track that my dad liked the most from this album. I think because it's more classical sounding, and listening back, I found myself thinking that I think it was subconsciously inspired a lot by what Muse does a lot, because Muse also has some more classical sounding melodies and structures, and this one is no exception. So I hope you enjoy the melodies and the soft sounds of our Carnal State. Here we go. So that was cool. All right. That was Carnal State. Good one. I like it a lot. Thank you, Goose. I think it suits me well, too. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is another really fun one. This is the shortest track on the album. It's a Brazen Metal style last. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. You can hear the similarity with Cabbage in this one. Cabbage? Cabbage? That doesn't sound anything like Cabbage. Cabbage? Can you elaborate on that, Saxon? How's this anything like Cabbage? I mean, probably is, because I can't recognize it, because I see Cabbage as like Cabbage style, and then Stigma is Stigma style. Is there what's the cross contamination between those two albums? I have no idea, but possible. You know, my vocal pattern. Maybe. I mean, I'm still the same person. I probably sound the same on most albums. Can we get a disco style album someday? Disco, no. City pop, maybe. Anyway, stay tuned for the very, very end. I saw that, Goose. Thank you. And I'm gonna do a little snippet of something super special if you're sticking around with me till the end of the stream. You got a super, super secret, actually really secret, because there's probably going to be only 10 or 12 people watching, but you're going to be very, very excited to hear what's going on after this album is finished. So anyway, next track is a fun one, 3 minutes long. Ooh, boy. Cold Iron. And if you don't know, on the Christian channel, I did a stream one time of watching the movie Rotor, the 80s action Terminator / RoboCop bad movie inspiration thing. Job project for you to John Samaria. Oh my god. Anyway, the main character in that one was named Barrett Cold Iron. One word, Cold Iron was his last name. So I was inspired to make a song called Cold Iron for this one. And the reviewer, the YouTuber and music reviewer, Mr. Ranting Randy, I believe his name is, he did a review of the Stigma album and also and Vienna back when it was released. He commented that he was sure that this was a Judas Priest cover, so we actually looked up, did Judas Priest ever make a song called Cold Iron? And no, they didn't, but I'm quite flattered that he thought that it sounded authentically like Judas Priest, which I think that's the whole point of the song, definitely. I have a great music video idea for this song, but it takes so long to do because it's all CGI and stuff like that. Maybe I'll release it eventually when I'm finished with it. But please enjoy. This is Funkadelic, Rockadelic, Cold Iron.
I got a monkey hanging on my back. It's
Steel Panther, sure, I get that too, because of the tongue-in-cheekness, maybe, because it's kind of funny too. So yeah, I get it. Anyway, that was Cold Iron. That was the excuse me, the last easily accessible song on this album. Now we're left with 2 tracks, and they're all over 11 minutes. So next track is actually the longest track on the album. I usually save the longest one for last, the most proggy, the most progressive one for last. But this is, I did an old switcheroo, as Mr. Ranting Randy said. So this next track is, of course, I think is very obviously very clear about what it's about. It's called "The Day They Closed the World." I mean, obviously, it's about the whole the thing that as is affecting the world so much right now. The reason why we're all wearing masks, and this is a commentary on all the different thoughts, different opinions on the matter that people have been having. This doesn't take any one side of it. Of course, there's a lot of the men who sold the world. No, the day they closed the world. This is the this touches on lots of opinions, so that's why it doesn't focus really on any one side. It's not one-sided. It's all-sided. I do want to pick a side because I really don't know myself. So this addresses many of those things because the world doesn't make sense right now, and people are confused and scared, not having a good time. David Bowie cover on Rona. You like this song? I know you do. Thank you. Hope the rest of you like it. This is, I think, over 13 minutes long. It goes through a lot of changes as well, obviously, because if it was just verse, chorus for 13 minutes, it would be very boring, so that's why it needs to change up a lot. It's got a very adventurous instrumental section as well. Hope you enjoyed it. This is The Day They Closed the World. And there it is. Anyway, thank you, Pedro. Recommended your Plastic Love cover and I listened to your other songs you rock. Thank you. Greetings to Brazil. And Comiendo Piedras. Made with Cabbage. City Lights Took is my favorite song, but listen to repeat. Thanks, Dr. Nuz. Oh man, cool. So anyway, actually, okay, shoot. I'm actually gonna do probably something special with Cabbage. I realized that I actually didn't do lyric videos for the original run of the Cabbage official audio videos, like just the Flying Cabbage, but like with no lyrics on it, which is really strange because the rest of my official audio videos have lyrics on them at the same time. So I'm gonna do first re-release those with proper lyrics, plus gonna re-release the 2020 remaster of Cabbage. I think I'm planning on it, in a similar way that I made the 2020 Shadow People remastered. Because I know this is probably one of my most acclaimed albums, you might say, either Cabbage or And Vienna at this point. And I realize now that it doesn't sound as good as I want it to sound. Especially, it's very lacking in the bass, too many highs, which is the same problem that Shadow People had as well. So I'm gonna go to the actual product, projects, the actual music projects, audio projects, files, and tweak them a little bit, make them sound better, the way that I think sounds better. Because I realize that as long as I'm making music, I always feel like at this particular moment in my life, I think I'm the best as I've ever been. And then 6 months later, I become the best again. Then another 3 months after that, I'm the best again. And if I look back on my work like a year ago, 2 years ago, it's like, what the hell was I thinking? This sounds like fucking shit. What the hell? It's a I don't know, why do I think like that? Is it usual? I don't know. I gotta coagulate my master bus. I think I will do that. I'll use some Colgate on my master bus. That's right. Because I learned this new fuck. I'm losing it. I learned this new technique of mixing drums for this album. For this Stigma album, and they sound really good now, not muffled at all. Everything's really clear. So I'm gonna use that same process and rejigger the tracks in Cabbage to make them more clear, because I think it's very important to have everything sound very clear. You can hear everything, but clearly. What's tech? I use Ferric TDS. Warmer? Parallel comp? What the fuck? What do those words mean? Anyway, I use a Ferric TDS, which is let me check really quickly what the hell that is. A Ferric TDS is a tape dynamics simulator plugin. So I use that for each individual track, and I also use it. So I use it on each individual track of the drums, like the kick drum. Parallel compression will crunk your mix up. What? I don't know what that means. Parallel comp. I don't know what that means. So anyway, I use that for each drum track. Plus, I put all those drum tracks into a drum bus. And then I put another Ferric TDS onto the drum bus, and then it sounds really good. Everyone was really surprised by how good this sounds. Don't question my judgment. I think it sounds good. I'm an innovator. Oh shit! All right. So now we come to the last track. Parallel compression, a form of upward compression, is achieved by mixing an unprocessed, dry, or lightly compressed signal with a heavily compressed version of the same signal. Hey, it works really well. What do you mean, Mark? Don't question me. Don't question my weird practices of music. Anyway, let's get on to the last track, Absolute Zero, which is also a very old song, for me at least. It's not as old as Blood and Water, but it's pretty old as well. This was made in maybe 2012, 13 or so, originally, and not much has changed since then. I just re-recorded everything, basically. Not talking shit. I mean, I think that's what I did. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I'm just doing things, and if they work, they work. If they don't, then I'm not gonna do them again. But this one works. Wavetape simulator. No, it's more than just a tape simulator. It's also, um, it's also increases dynamics. It's also a bit of a limiter as well. It's also a warmer. It like really fills up the sound a lot more than any of the other effects that I use. It kind of makes it sound very very full and round. I think it works well. Anyway, last track, Absolute Zero. God damn it. So this one is also very adventurous, very adventurous, adventurous. Okay, very very adventurous, and it also includes very heavy influences, I think, of King Crimson, especially in its whole tone scale use, and like 2002, 2003 era King Crimson, especially. And it features a very lengthy abstract guitar solo at the very end. It's like 3 minutes long, and it's reminiscent somewhat of something from Lou Reed's Metal Machine music. And this solo was actually the original solo that I recorded back about 6 or 7 years ago. Nothing's changed. I just took the original solo as it is from the finished MP3 file from 2013 or so, and I stuck it onto here because I didn't have the original project file, so I couldn't tweak it in any way. So this is it. This is go around full circle. Absolute Zero. It's a funny song again. I have lots of funny songs here. So this is the last track, and if you'll excuse me during this track, I'll probably go to the bathroom because it's been a very long time since I've been streaming. Please enjoy the last track, the funkadelic, rockadelic, angry sounding Absolute Zero. Here we go.
Why don't you open me up and see what falls out? I guess you like to see me go out, balls out. My reservations, you are cutting loose like a madman. Sure, no one's gonna suspect you of anything. You are the man of the hour. Your vanity holds the key to the power. I'm getting hot, is it because it's cold here? You're so underdressed, it is showing, dear. You're like a man obsessed with feeling so impressed. You're losing product
And there, and there you have it. A bit underwhelming, but there we go. That's the end, man. That's the end of shoot. the end of the end of the end of Windows 10. Yes. Oh Jesus Christ, I'm really bright now. What happened? Sun, go away, please. So that, so that was the end of the Stigma album. And if you're interested in checking it out, I got links to it, man. What would he cover slash compose? I have no idea, man. I have no idea, man. So now let me prepare the special surprise for everyone. I got something prepared. Where is it? There it is. So give me a minute to prepare this one for a smooth listening experience, and you'll enjoy it. So if you're interested in supporting Stigma or any of my other musical works, check out my Bandcamp, and we're also available on Spotify, Apple Music. It's not iTunes anymore. I think it's Apple Music. I need to change that graphic. So yeah, please enjoy. So this is going to be a little preview of the first track of the next album. I have about maybe 70% of the instrumentals completed on this one, but it sounds pretty full already, but I'm going to be adding lots more. My dream is that I want to get a brass band recording stuff here. Saxes, trumpets, and a trombone. Sax solos as well. There was this professional saxophone player that offered his services to me after listening to my Plastic Love cover, but that was a long time ago. That was back when it was first released. Hope maybe he's still interested. I don't know. But anyway, this should be interesting. This is, again, very wildly different from the previous albums. But anyway, this is the first track. This is Stereo Love. Not Plastic Love. Stereo Love. Hope you enjoy. been empty at this point. So shit. Sax solo. Or something like that. And it's over. Unfortunately, it's over. My saxophone prayers have been heard. Yes, sax is coming. Sax and trumpet and trombone. Get a good old Steely Dan like brass going with this one. So, anyway, You should be really happy with this. You want more? I'll give you more later. I'll give you more later. Much later. I need to get working on this, so that's why I need to stop this goddamn stream. And thank you so much for joining, everyone. Very happy to have you all jam out to this latest track. I'm quite happy that everyone's really happy with this one. So this has been Stigma plus Stereo Love sneak peek. And if I'm not mistaken, this stream is going to go down pretty soon. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the YouTube content ID system is doing the same thing as before, but if this is like, calm down, Mark, man. If this is anything like the streams before, this stream is gonna get taken down or like privated, because I used too many copyrighted songs in a single video. So then I'm gonna appeal the decision, and it's gonna be resolved in about a month and become public again. So you should be happy that you're here right now. If you ever need an ocarina player for a track, hit me up. All right, maybe. Okay, thanks. Maybe. Ocarina's kind of cool. Thank you, Goose. But anyway, this has been the stream. Hope you have a nice time, and please, if you want to enjoy Stereo Love again, please, you can rewind the stream again right now before it gets taken down by YouTube. So everyone have a good and safe day, good safe week, good night, good day, and release vinyls of your work, brother. Maybe. Thanks again for your support and for your good vibes. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Thanks again.